So Zach, we're here to talk about Shiba Inu, one of our favorite subjects. We've talked about it a few times on our proverbial channels, right?
Just a few.
Once or
Just a
twice.
few. Once or twice. A day.
So we're going to talk about maybe 3 times,
A day.
a day. Exactly. There you go. I like
Yeah.
that. There you go. So this is the continuing narrative. I think you and I really actually. So I'm gonna make some facts, and then I want your opinion. You don't even know what I'm gonna ask you. So we know this. We know right now about 150-ish million dollars is of Shiba Inu is being held by the top 500 Ethereum wallets. I personally believe that if you go down from like 501 to say wallet top 1,000 wallets, I think you pick up at least another 150. In my opinion, that's a guesstimate because that's not tracked. But whales acquire, and own, and I think whales are good, right? And so this piece of content, you actually found it. I think it's 477 billion SHIB acquired by whales. So what do you think? Whales, you like them, you love them, you hate them? Are they good? Are they bad? Are they just the evil empire? What's your opinion?
So here's my thoughts on whales. I mean, because you'll hear a lot of people say like they're not good and they're not good for projects because they carry too much weight. Here's the thing. There's going to be whales whether we like it or not. People are going to hold a lot of anything and everything, right? So like there's whales in Bitcoin, there's whales in Ethereum, there are whales in everything.
Yeah.
So I think when you have whales in a project like SHIB, go ahead.
Why do you think people have a negative perception of them? And here's and before you answer it, nobody's running around screaming that they hate the way that whales own Bitcoin or own Cardano.
Exactly. But I think people have it in their head that the whales can manipulate and sell off at any time and damage the price, right? But the same can be done for everything and anything. I mean, same thing for Bitcoin too. But here's the thing that here's what we know about the Shiba Inu whales from since the time they got in, early last year when they really started coming in. They do trade, they do exit, but they always come back.
Yeah.
And they're always buying at times where we're kind of building up toward a catalyst or building up towards something that's coming. Well, what's coming? October 1st, download day for Shiba Eternity. I think that's why you're seeing a lot of whales accumulating right now. And will they take profits sometime in October if we have a 50 to 60 to 70% run up? Hell yeah, they will.
Yeah.
It's the nature of the beast.
Everybody should be. And
100%.
everybody should be, right?
It's a bear market. I mean, where are you finding 50 to 60 to 70% right now in a short amount of time, like we've seen with SHIB twice in the last 3 months? It's very rare. You're not finding that in a lot of places.
And I'm going to kind of go back to my question, and I'm going to point it at me. I think that the reason I think, and this is not a bad thing. I think that Shiba Inu is a gateway for a lot of people into crypto, new people, new investors in general, especially new to crypto. And I think they may not always fully understand. They hear this term whale and they're like, oh my God, these whales can do this and they can manipulate. And and there's this, but I think that's part of our job is to educate them and say, hey, look, they are, to your point, Zach, they are a fact of life, whether you like them, love them, hate them. And I always say this, right? Hey, they're in this to make a profit. Are you? Yes.
Right.
So we all are in it.
And here's the way I look at it. Instead of complaining about it, right? Because you can't do anything about it. Try to act like they act.
Oh, absolutely.
Do as the whales do, right? So when we're reporting on these sort of things, like on our personal channels, if Austin's talking for 2 weeks straight about whales accumulating or vice versa, whales are selling off, you might want to pay attention to it because there's an old saying called follow the smart money, right? And if you're talking about the top 100 Ethereum whales, they own a lot of crypto. They're heavily invested and they love Shiba Inu. So watching their activity matters. It matters.
Which I think is the final point I really want to make for this video is that whales are not dumb.
Exactly.
The individuals behind these wallets, either individuals, companies, organizations, whatever they may be, that control these top 100, top 500, up to top 1,000 plus Ethereum wallets with billions of dollars, in these, and they do not own Shiba Inu because it because it's not good. They own it because it is good. They own it because they've looked at it. They've, to your point, they know that it's a good, stable investment, which ironically, a year ago, people were saying Shiba Inu was going to die in the next 3 minutes. You and I were there living it every day. And here we are having this conversation where, whales probably easily account for more than 300 to $400 million of the holdings. And then finally, I'll give you the mic to take us home. They help keep the price up by holding hundreds of millions of dollars. They help keep us stabilized. And I think it's one of the biggest reasons we have a massive liquidity pool, as well as these Shiba Inu does it constantly, right? Stable, it consolidates and goes sideways. So give final thoughts to take us home.
I think I want to hit on something you mentioned there. That was a solid rant too. So the one point you made, I agree with so much. The narrative around Shiba Inu has shifted completely from, this is a flash in the pan. It's get in, get out, make your quick money. It won't last. It'll never survive a bear market. To look where we are now. People are holding Shiba Inu more than they ever have before. We can look at that data on all the centralized exchanges, and you've got whales that are still accumulating all the time. And, the data speaks for itself. It's still a top 15 crypto in the middle of a really bad bear market. So I agree with you 100%. And, the narrative has really shifted. And I think that's brought in more big money and more confidence. And, you're seeing it.
Yeah. And on a different note, right? We know of a couple of whales who view it as literally a stable coin. Think about that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let the viewer chomp on that for like, what? Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
Yes, it's not a stable true, but there's people that, because it is so just, it is just so how the patterns, the trends are just there.
We know somebody back in May when things started going awry quickly with the Luna Classic debacle when it fell out the first time. All of that was happening. We know somebody who took all of their money in Ethereum and Bitcoin and actually put it in Shiba Inu. And if you actually go back and look at those months, Shiba Inu outperformed Bitcoin and Ethereum over the rough patches. In fact, SHIB's low point was in June, and since then we're heading up slowly, but we're heading up.
There you go. All right. So if you want to learn anything more about ClearCryptos, obviously we're on the ClearCryptos channel. Zach and I both have our own respective channels, but we support Clear because these guys are going to revolutionize crypto in the most positive ways. Learn more about either get on their Twitter, almost 20,000 plus followers, as well as in their Discord. That's where all the breaking information will be on launch and all that kind of stuff. So go check it out. Links in the description. We'll see you.
See ya.